Hey, guess what time it is? It's speed build time. It's time to have a song stuck in my head, apparently, as well. I have Hot Girl Bummer Anthem. It's just Hot Girl Bummer by Blackbear stuck in my head. It's a pretty good one. You may also notice that with this build, I started with, the structure of the house already there. That was because it took me 12 frackin' years, okay? And I didn't want to make you sit through that because I wouldn't want to sit through that. You don't want to sit there and watch me just, have fun with these diagonal walls and hate my life and everything. So, you just get to watch the fun parts of the build, which is, everything else. And not me sitting there doing the same thing forever, just playing with walls. I really like this build just because I got to use a lot of, swatches and items that I wouldn't usually use in, my regular, suburban houses that I like to make, or, even, my little modern houses that I like to make. Yeah, I wouldn't use, any of this stuff in those. I wouldn't use any of these windows usually. And, if I did use these windows, usually I would use, a brown tone, right? So it was just really nice to be able to, use these items in a different way. Yeah, that's the whole story. But Hot Girl Bummer, if you haven't heard it, it's really good. It basically goes F you and you and you. And I'm not a singer, so I'm sorry I just did that. But I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy it to an absurd amount. So it's gonna be stuck in my head for the whole minute. And also, hey, pro tip. If you want to know what music I listen to, check out my descriptions, because I always in the description will put a link to a song I've been listening to a lot lately. So every single video, I either put a song I've been listening to a lot lately or a song I just genuinely love. I don't know if I've done Haircut by Ryan Beatty yet, but if I have not, that is next. I'm wondering when I'm going to start repeating them, just on accident. But at some point it may happen. Yeah, I don't know. As far as this build goes, I think that it's nice. I built it forever ago too. It's one of those oh, look at all this build footage I have and never use. Frick, my computer's full and I really need to get rid of some of it, but I don't want to waste it. So here we are. Kind of videos. Wow, that was a long explanation. But I don't know, I really like it. It's in Oasis Springs, which I never build in because I think Oasis Springs is kind of ugly. Not gonna lie. Not in a mean way, just in it's a little ugly kind of way. I also I don't know how to explain it, but this house is different because I didn't want it to have a TV or anything, because I wanted it to be something you could place in Salvadorada, or make it so that it seemed more vintagey and off the grid almost, because this was before we had off the grid when I built this, and I don't think it would necessarily apply just because the items I used aren't off the grid, but it in my brain it's off the grid. Okay, look, they're freaking candle lights. It's basically off the grid. I don't know. I also got to use all these pretty colors, which is something I just genuinely like. I always I love doing really colorful builds, but also it just doesn't work all the time. And it frees me from that mixy matchy urge I have to make everything the same, because I'm just using all the colors. Still stuck in my head. It's gonna be stuck in my head forever. Or stuck here. I also like builds that I can put plants everywhere, and this was one of those builds. Lately, I've also been craving building a cottage-y, cute little house, so that may be the move next, but we shall find out, I suppose. Just rewatching this is kind of weird, just because I have, it was so long ago that I built it. Going and seeing the decisions I made, I'm would I do that again? Maybe. But I don't know, the rug under the dining table, would I do that again? Maybe not. I think that I might change that if I were to do it again. I do love that door from Movie Hangout, with the pretty flower pattern on it. I love that door. And, how often do you get to use it? Never. This was such a good opportunity. And it's interesting because, to just see, what kind of range different packs have, right? This build, it ended up being mostly, let me think. Jungle Adventure. Some Laundry Day stuff, because I feel that just really works with it. Island Living wasn't out yet, so I couldn't use any of, like, those plants or anything, though they would have, like, the outdoor plants that came in Island Living would have gone really well. But, like, it's mostly Jungle Adventure, Laundry Day, and I think Movie Hangout, with, a few items from City Living, because City Living, it kind of has, like, that cluttered, thrifted aesthetic. I don't know why, I just have this habit of, like, making really crisp T's and C's. So, like, sometimes, like, the way I say facts. Like, someone will say something, and, you know, like, some people will go, like, yeah, same, bro. I go, facts. And, like, when I type it out on my phone, I always type it, like, FAC capital TS, so that you're aware that I'm enunciating facts. And that's just, like, that's so stupid. I don't know why I do that, but it makes sense, because, like, if I said it out loud, you would know. I want people to understand. And look at all these pretty plants in this build. It's looking cute, looking quirky. Kind of cute, kind of quirky, though. I think I've said that in, like, the past, like, 3 videos I've made, but it's just, like, this inside joke between me and some of my friends, where, like, anytime we do something, like, kind of funny, it's kind of cute, kind of quirky, though. And it's just, I can't. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Oh my gosh, and I used the big double door that came in movie hangout stuff as well. That's cute. That's a cute decision. Oh no, I didn't. JK, it's gone. It's an archway now. Okay. Regret. Build regrets. That should go on my list of build regrets. Okay, also, I just want everyone to appreciate, this floor plan was legitimately hard to work with. Look at this freaking bathroom. What was I meant to do here? I realized that I did this to myself, and I made the shape the way I made it, and that was my struggle that I put upon myself. But also, what? Like, both of the bathrooms were just such difficult shapes. I don't know. This is such an interesting build, just because, like, yellow houses, that's a rare occasion. You don't usually have, like, yellow walls in a house. And, like, I love the wall tiles in Jungle Adventure, and I use them every chance I get, but even then I don't feel like I use them that much. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I, like, am obsessed with those tiles. I want to use them in kitchens all the time, but I can never find a way to make it work because we just don't have enough counters for me to, like, figure it out. We need more counters. Oh, there's just, like, a nice little black spot there. That was cute. Oh, I also realized at this point that I needed to do roofing, and I really, really hope that I didn't leave all of it in. This roofing, maybe it'd be good. It'd be, like, good to watch so you can see the struggle I went through. On this house in particular, it's such a strange shape. I just kept adding roofs until it looked okay. I did not say great. I said okay. So that was the plan, is just keep sticking them on there until it looks better than it does. And then someday, it might look good. Now, I don't think that it's, like, a good roofing job, but it's a passable roofing job, which with the house that I made, we weren't sure we were going to be able to do. So I kind of feel like I should be commended, if anything, because, like, it was kind of a work of art in a way. Like, look at it, just how many, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roofs on right now, 7, 8. Oh, I just keep adding them? Okay. 9. 10. Like, I just kept going until it looked passable, and I called it a day. And, like, even, like, I went and looked back on it a while ago, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of roofs. But I didn't need it to look perfect. I needed it to just work well enough. Like, I built this so long ago, too. It was, like, before I, like, knew as much about building as I do now. That sounds weird, because it, like, was probably even this year, just, like, early this year that I built it. It's, like, November now, so, you know. Early this year, it was a while back, but if you, like, all things considered, it wasn't that long ago, but I just, like, I feel like I've learned so much about building, and I, like, still am learning so much about building. It's insane. Like, I just have genuinely, like, been on the grind so hard. Like, I build a lot. It's, like, a coping mechanism for me. That sounds weird. But, like, I've been really, really stressed just because, like, I moved somewhere new. I'm living somewhere new. I have no friends. Like, that's not true. I hang out with people here, and I have, like, people who are a really good support system for me here. But it's just different. And as much as I love my friends here, I would genuinely give anything to have, like, my friends from home here as well. It's, like, a very lonely existence to just not be around people who understand you completely. Like, when I'm home, and, like, when I'm around, like, Kit, who's, like, my bestest friend in the world, right? That girl genuinely understands me better than any other human being on this planet. Like, when I tell her something, she just gets it. And, like, for some reason, people think I'm weird. And, like, not in a bad way, but people are always just like, oh, like, for example, my friend Camille here. One day she just looks at me, and I was like, why are you looking at me? And she's like, Casey Ellen, you're just such an enigma. And I was just like, aight, fam. Cool story. And, like, my friend Dominic, one day he's looking at me, I'm like, what is it, Dominic? And he goes, every time I think I get you, you say something else, and I realize I don't get you. And I'm just like, oh, my friend Max also. Like, he just all the time, he looks at me and he's like, you're insane, or you're weird. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. And it's not like an insulting thing, and I don't, like, take offense to it necessarily. It's more just, like, weird to be in an environment where, like, the people around you don't understand you. Because, like, Kit doesn't think I'm weird. She just gets why I am the way I am. Like, it's not weird to her because she's been around me so long and because she's so used to, like, my weird quirks. And, like, heck, we were, like, at home, we were around each other so much that we shared all the same weird quirks. So, like, it wasn't weird because we're the same person. Except my jokes are better than hers. Don't at me. She's, like, one of the only people who watches my videos. So, you know, she actually will at me. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. The more chances I get to talk to Kitiara, the better. It's just, like, yeah, so I've been building a lot just to, like, cope with the fact that, like, I'm very, like, lonely. Even though I have, like, a lot of people around me who are really great and who are a really great support system, I'm still, like, lonely, and I just miss my dogs and I miss my friends. And I miss my parents even. That sounds weird because I never thought the day would come. I was like, I just want to move out of home and not be around you freaks anymore. And now I left, and I'm like, can I have those freaks back, please? So, like, I genuinely just am, like, missing them a lot. Like, my, like, home a lot, which I never thought would happen. And, like, building is such a nice way to just kind of, like, turn off for a minute and focus on something else completely, because I genuinely do, like, lose myself in a build. I'll look up from, like I'll, like, close the build, and I'm just like, oh, it has been 4 hours, and I have not moved or done any homework. Yay! As much as it's, like, a problem in my life, it's also, like, very therapeutic and good for me, and it's my me time. Like, some people are, like, where I live, everyone's skiing, right? Like, I live in Utah. That's what people do here. They ski, okay? And I haven't skied since I was in, like, I think 6th grade, maybe 7th, but I'm pretty sure it was 6th grade. And so, like, all these folks out here skiing, nah, I'm not here to ski. I'm here to build in The Sims. And, like, oh, University comes out next week. I'm excited to build. We better, like, I just want to build dorms. Like, you've all seen my obsession with apartment renovations, because that's most of, like, what I do nowadays is just renovate apartments. I'm very satisfied with renovating apartments, but also, we only have so many small apartments in the game, and the big ones are not fun, okay? Like, I don't touch the big ones because it ruins the point of renovating an apartment. I don't want to build a house, I want to renovate an apartment. So if we get dorms, I'm so excited. It's like just decorating a room. And if you ever, like, have done full, like, room, like, making in The Sim, like, you know, you can upload rooms to the gallery. If you ever make just a room, I'm telling you guys, that's gonna be, like, a good freaking room when you're just sitting down for, like, 20 minutes and putting all that 20 minutes into one room. It turns out genuinely amazing. That sounds weird. Like, you end up making, like, this really, like, in-depth bedroom with, like, ideas you would never think of if you did it, like, as a full build. I don't do a lot of, like, rooms themselves, so I think that if we can, they better be, like, buildable dorms, just for the fact that, like, that will help me improve as a human being and a bedroom builder. I actually think bedrooms tend to be one of my, like, weaker areas. I think I make pretty good, like, living spaces. like, I don't know, I always end up liking my living rooms quite a bit, because I think that I, like, make good use of, like, ottomans. I always use that one from City Living that's freaking cute, and I love it. And, like, my living rooms are always pretty good, and I always like my dining rooms for some reason. And, like, my bedrooms always feel like just, like, such a weak spot. I don't know. Like, even, like, the bedroom in this, not in love with it. Like, I would live there, but, like, maybe it's because, like, that's what, at home, what I do, right? Like, where I live now, my bedroom is where I sleep. I don't, like, hang out there, so it's never, like, a cool hangout zone. I mean, like, this weekend I've been in a lot, because I've been getting over being ill, and, I mentioned in, like, another video that I had a friend pass away this week, so, like, I just wasn't feeling, like, well enough to be out and about and, like, on all the time, so I was home a lot. But, like, this is, like, the first week that I've been home this much. It's been a weird experience. Like, I don't just sit in my room very often. It's a very small space, because I live in a dorm. Oh my gosh, maybe that's why I want to build dorms, because I live in a dorm. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's why I just can't invest myself into rooms, because I'm never in mine. I'm always out and about. I'm always at the library or somewhere on campus, because I don't do homework well in my room. I get too distracted, because my room is my Sims place, not my homework place. My Lanta. Oh, okay, also, I just did those nice overlapping rugs in that bedroom. That is probably what I would do under the dining room table, if I could go back in time. All the same, I think this is just, like, a very interesting build, like I said, because it uses a lot of packs I usually wouldn't. So, very, very cool. And, like, even I don't ever use the Jungle Adventure beds, not because I don't like them, because I do. Like, I really like the bed frames on them a lot, but I just think that, like, the geometric pattern on them is so hard to make work in any houses that aren't jungle-themed, that it's just not even worth it at a certain point, because, like, I'm never going to try and make that work, because I just know it won't, and I don't want to disappoint myself. I'm not here for that. Do enough of that, please, and thank you. Also, my landscaping is all in this, which I usually wouldn't do. So, like, really the only thing that I cut out of this build was me just, like, making the actual, like, floor plan and shape of the house. The rest of it is in here. Landscaping, like, I kind of, if I put it in, I usually cut out parts of it just because it's so long. But look at this. You see most of my whole process. We are about to go into screenshots, so I'm going to go now. If you like this video, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you, but, like, you can like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm trying to get better about being assertive, so please do those things. I don't know. But here's a screenshot, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!